We do it for the art, we do it for the culture, right? What I'm here to do today, and this is the big announcement. December 12th, 2016. The reason I'm done with this feature is that I always wanted to put my energy into stuff I enjoy doing. And frankly, finding the enjoyment has been really difficult for me lately. I have dozens of other projects that I'd like to start working on or continue. Not only that, this medium has evolved. I would like to evolve as well. Perfect. I owe you an explanation about derryX Dines. What changed? When I started planning content for YouTube in 2018, I started to learn more about the medium and more about producing videos. And you can tell if you've been a follower and a subscriber, you can tell I've been kind of trying to diversify the content a little bit. I'll have my cooking videos. Other than those instructional videos with the cooking, I like to do the cultural stuff, and also we've evolved back toward the dining posts. And I want to talk a little bit about that because if you've known me for the last 4 or 5 years, you know that I've kind of tried to distance myself a little bit from that whole social media brand that I've created for myself. I never actually intended for this channel to veer back toward the derryX Dines territory. And in fact, when I was thinking about launching it as a feature, I even debated whether or not I should go with the derryX Dines brand or if I should just call it something completely different and new. I decided that creatively it made the most sense to go that direction just because I had kind of that library and that history to pull from. And that also kind of helped anchor some of the things that we've done in the last 23 episodes of derryX Dines. And in some ways, it actually made things a little more fun. How the hell else are we going to get to dinosaur barbecue and make it something interesting in the middle of a global pandemic? What I saw was that people they had stopped. Like the food scene kind of dried up in terms of personalities that were producing content around local restaurants and dining and things like that. What I did notice when I got back into it is that people moved to more like niche formats, like Instagram or Facebook groups are another big thing now, and I'm kind of just starting to participate in some of that stuff as well. Overall, there aren't too many individual creators that are going out and kind of doing what I like to do. There are a few, and I'm really good friends with some of them. I figured I could always put a different spin on things. Really, the key would be to showcase what's going on. That's always been my goal for what I wanted to do here. Trying to get comfortable, make it look visually interesting. I got some sun I'm dealing with. It's hot in this car. For some reason, it's 70 degrees today. It's been like in the 50s the last few days. And this is Coffee Talkie. We got a pumpkin cream cold brew here. Very good. Love the Starbucks. I decided to jump at the opportunity. I assumed that it was going to be really rough to grow on YouTube, focusing on local content. What I found out is that I couldn't be any more wrong. So what I started to see that with an established weekly schedule, new episodes every Saturday, more and more people wanted this. And people were sharing it more and more out on social media, especially toward the end of the season. The last 4 or 5 videos got crazy amounts of shares and views, and I want to thank you for that. Also kind of jump in and say it's really been a crazy 23 episodes for this first season. Some of these were short, 6 minutes. I just actually flipped through everything just to kind of get the lay of the land. Some were 6 minutes. I think I had one that was pushing 14 or 13 minutes. So the idea when I put these together has always been to get in, get out, say what I gotta say that'll help somebody figure out whether or not the experience is worthwhile, throw some fun shit in there, and make it kind of something visually appealing. And that's basically it. So I don't want these to be big, mega marathon type things. I think if you watch the entire series of 23 episodes now, you could do it inside of 2 or 3 hours. And if you do that, I got a special prize for you. So go ahead and do it, and then shoot me a DM on Instagram. The handle's derryX, and I got a prize for you. If I have a playlist, I'll put it up in the cards here. So you could actually, and if you do that, and if you've actually followed along, either way, thank you very much. But you can see how it evolved from the start. The very first episode was a Moose on Broadway, and actually, like at the time, I was still kind of going between, do I want to use derryX Dines as the name, or do I want to go a different direction, or what? But that was March 4th, just before the global pandemic. Since then, we've covered cookies, donuts, smoothies, poke bowls, burgers, sandwiches. I mean, it's kind of amazing how in 23 episodes we covered as much ground as we did. And not only that we covered that ground, but we did it in the middle of a freaking global pandemic. I think it was pretty awesome how we put together this content and how popular it became by the end of it. The biggest difference between where I am now and where I was 6 months ago is that I'm a lot more confident with the producing of the videos, you know, the editing, the filming, and all that kind of creative stuff to kind of put things into perspective to make something that you would find interesting. So the first ones were a little bit awkward, but at the same time, they had elements that I was kind of hoping to include more of in the first season, which I didn't really get to. For example, in that Amuse on Broadway, which I've mentioned already 1 or 2 times, we had some comments from Chef Dominic, who runs Amuse on Broadway. So I really would like to get a little more interaction with the business owners, you know, outside of social media, because a couple of people have reached out to me to tell me that they saw the video. You know, I try to tag places when they have a good social media presence. And, you know, the feedback that I've gotten so far has been overwhelmingly positive. I'm never going to post something where it's like ripping a place apart. Like, you know, unless it's something where it looks like it's a common thing, like, and I wouldn't even post it in that vein. Like, it would be a little bit more constructive in the way that I would do something like that. So it's been really awesome to get feedback from actual business owners. Now that I'm a little more confident with the producing of the videos and editing and all that stuff, it leaves me a little bit more time to focus on things like, you know, finding out where to eat. And your comments, if you leave comments down below, that helps me immensely in figuring out where we want to go. Just because a lot of times we draw blanks, so it'll be nice to incorporate the places that you guys want to see. I don't always remember every single place and everything that's good and all this stuff. And also what to order, because part of the challenge is finding something on the menu that I can kind of showcase and get enough of the variety of what's on the menu to figure out if it's a good sampling of what the place has to offer. So this is the big announcement. I'm rolling right back in with season 2. We're not going to take no extended break. This video is the break. So next week we're starting up season 2. And I mentioned a couple of videos back for the giant chicken parmesan sub for 200 subscriber milestone that I was saving pizza for a particular instance. Well, this is the instance. So next week, come back here just at this time, Saturday morning. New episodes are going to go up every Saturday. We're going to have the first pizza experience, and it's going to be completely over the top. I'm telling you right now, you'll want to subscribe and hit the bell so you're notified as soon as it's posted. That's all I'm going to say right now. So as far as I'm concerned, and I need a little sip because it's getting hot in here, man. We do it for the art, we do it for the culture, right? I'm gonna try to keep the seasons between 20 and 25 episodes. That's a season. So like we did spring and summer, it'll be fall, winter for season 2. So there'll be a lot of takeout. Hopefully we can get into some restaurants and do some stuff at restaurants. Hopefully we get to meet some of the business owners and things like that. What I'm here to do today, and it means the world to me. I want to thank all of you who have tuned in to date, all of you who have subscribed, all of you people who have hit the like button, all of you people who have left comments of places to check out, all of your shares on social media. Getting this out to more people, this has meant the world to me. This wouldn't be as fun or as successful if it didn't have that level of interaction from you guys. So I really want to thank you for that. I'm trying to hit 500 subscribers by the end of the year. So if you can share these videos out, tell your friends, let me know. It's free to subscribe. I don't know, a lot of people who don't use YouTube don't know that. But if you hit that subscribe button, it's completely free. There might be a surprise video at a completely different time than I usually post coming at some point. So you'll want to make sure you're subscribed to make sure you get that. If you stuck around this far and you have no idea what I'm talking about, don't worry, I have you covered. I made a playlist with all the episodes right here. If you click that, it'll take you right into it.